Good morning, Cookie. What does that mean? What does that mean, Cookie? Oh, you want to go outside? Okay, yes. That's to be expected. Go on then. Where to first? Alright guys, I talked a big game yesterday. I said that I'd be up at 6, I'd be at Bunnings at 6 o'clock as soon as they opened, I'd be back here by 7, and the lawn would be done by 8. Now unfortunately that's not the case, but it is 7:46. And one thing that I am happy about is that I've been up at around about 7 o'clock each morning this week for work. And on both Friday and now Saturday, I've gotten up at similar times. So if anything, at least I've continued my sleep cycle in a similar fashion, which is important for me to get that sleep cycle back. So, I slept, I'm going to say I probably slept solidly for a period of maybe 3 or 4 hours last night, which is good. It's nice. I mean, that is some rest. And then, fell back asleep about 3 o'clock and woke up at 6, maybe 5, then 6, then 7, and I got up at 7 o'clock. So the amount of times I'm waking up each night is reducing, and that is, it's a huge relief. So let's just check this grass out once again. I've gone back and forth about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to tackle this. Let's go check out the front. I mean, this is fine. This is a fine result. I didn't use a catcher, so all the grass is on top of the lawn, but that's okay. I don't mind. Now out the front here we really do have some wild stuff. But as you can see, I mean, along the front here I did manage to get the mower to tackle it. But things like this, around the edges, around the mailbox, I'm going to need a whippersnipper for regardless. So I've made my mind up, and my decision is to go to Bunnings, but this time I'm gonna trust my original judgment. I'm gonna try and continue to go old school and use a push mower, but I am gonna buy a whippersnipper to cut down that really, really long stuff, and of course, do the edges and stuff like that. I'd need one anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Bunnings right now. I'm going to get a whippersnipper. I don't know if it's going to be electric or petrol. I mean, if I don't have a petrol powered mower, then it would be convenient to just get an electric whippersnipper, but I'm not completely sure yet. So I'm going to go there, I'm going to get that, I'm going to come back, I'm going to use it on the back and front lawn just to get that really long stuff down. I'm going to do the edges as well, and then I'm going to finish it off like I started with the push mower. Wish me luck, because I'm going to need it. Right guys, just currently sitting here at the computer considering the future of my lawn trimming and mowing. how am I going to go about this? I went and got an electric trimmer. It works, but the battery does take 3 hours to charge, which is a bit of an inconvenience. I got about a quarter of the way through and it went flat. But it is effective and it's going to work. As far as the mowing's concerned, even with the trimmed grass, I took that push mower out once more and it's just too hard. It's too hard. It doesn't catch the grass. And so I'm going to need an alternative. And sadly, because it's used, I can't take it back. Maybe I could try and clean it up and box it up like it was brand new, but I'm not going to bother. You know, that's wrong. So I'm going to keep it in the garage for a later date. I might try and sell it in the box. Either way, the push mower is out completely. Now that I've bought an electric trimmer, I've got a battery and I've got a brand that I've decided to go with. So it only makes sense to go electric for the mower and go with the same brand, get another battery with that, so I've got 2 batteries in total, and go from there. So I've got a choice in mind. It's not the top of the range, it's certainly not the bottom of the range, but I'd say it's mid to low. Mid-tier. It's not going to break the bank. In total, I will have spent under $500, which, like I said yesterday, it's hard to look too far into the future, but it was going to cost me $100 per month to get it maintained. If I spend $500 and I do it myself, in 5 months it will have paid for itself. And that is logic that when you're drinking every day, you simply cannot and will not accept. And you just let things go. And that's exactly what I've done with the grass. I've let it go and let it go and let it go until I've had 5 or 6 days of sobriety, and then my brain starts working properly and I wake up in the morning not hungover, and these type of tasks come to the forefront. So that's exactly what I'm doing. It is 10 o'clock. I'm waiting for that battery to charge. I'm going to go to the gym. Then I'm going to go and get the mower. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to do the lawns. I'm going to clean the floors. I'm going to make some late afternoon lunch. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to check in with you guys. Now, I don't know how these videos are going to go. Like, obviously I'm doing the whole vlog style at the moment, which is okay, but it's not going to go on forever. But it's helping me. Making these videos is helping me get through my days in early sobriety. And that's why I began this YouTube channel, was to help me, and then hopefully, because obviously I began this channel with 0 subscribers and 0 views. I didn't know who was going to find these videos. I didn't know what the response was going to be, and all I really wanted originally was to get sober. And that was in January of 2023, and we're in April of 2025, so we're almost 2.5 years into this, and I'm sober once again. But we've had some hiccups, we've had some bumps in the road, the last of which ended on Sunday, which was also the day that Alexander Volkanovski reclaimed his UFC featherweight title. And if that was the moment that I had my last drink, the day that I had my last drink, the day that my hero, my UFC hero, Alexander Volkanovski, came back from 2 knockout losses and got his belt back, I'm okay with that. I'm pretty happy with that, because whether I'm drinking or not, a moment in the UFC, a sporting moment in general, is probably not going to make me feel any better than that. I don't think anything sports related could ever make me feel any better than that moment did. So if that is, in the end, the last day, the last time that I have an alcoholic beverage, I'm more than okay with that. So I'm working with that. That is in the back of my mind. That is the date. I mean, we still are on the pink cloud of early sobriety. I get that. It is such a thing. But we got through yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of this round of sobriety without a work day to finish. I got through it. Was I bored at times? Yes, I was. But That's life. And that's something I've had to come to terms with time and time again, is the fact that I think one of the major things for me as far as alcohol and the use of it is it's an instant sort of extended cure for boredom. And it was what I used for energy, being that I was always hungover. Once I have my next drink, I get that boost, and also motivation. You know, if I've got a list of things to do, I'll look at it. It'll seem completely and utterly overwhelming until I have a few drinks, and then I can sort of get rid of all of these negative emotions, these regrets, the anxiety, the depression. It is removed, it's lifted for a period of time, and during that period of time, whilst I am on a buzz, I can then focus on things. But that's not sustainable. But that is how I used alcohol. Although there were times where I'd have a whole list of things to do and I'd get through the first and I'd get through the second, but then I'd get distracted and start enjoying my buzz way too much, and then the rest of it wouldn't get done, and it'd get pushed into the future, and then eventually, you know, I'd probably just cross it off the list because it's not relevant anymore. So today is an important day. It's day 6 of sobriety from both alcohol and drugs. I need to get my lawn done, I need to get to the gym, and I need to clean the floors. And if I can do all of those things by the end of the day, regardless of cost, monetary cost, I'll be a happy man. So I will see you late afternoon for a check-in. And like I said before, I just got distracted. These videos are vlog style at the moment. In future, I will be creating a video talking about a certain topic, feeling, emotion, opinion, when and where it pops up in my head. But regardless of that, but apart from that, I probably won't be making these, you know, daily vlog type videos. The only reason I'm doing it is because I've got days off work, and it is very, very early sobriety. So whatever I can do to help myself stay accountable, stay busy, and stay on task. Task being remaining sober from alcohol, I'll do it. And you guys are just coming along for the ride. So I welcome you. I apologize. But this is me. This is the way I'm doing it. And if I can do it, you can do it. Ain't that the truth? All right, so one more thing. Just before I do head out, the gym that I am going to acquaint myself with this morning is actually the third gym that I'm going to go to, and it is one that apparently has a 24/7 accessible boxing studio, as in rows of bags, loads of equipment, and I'm hoping loads of space so that I can unleash a little bit of, I'm not going to say anger, but I'm going to say pent up just emotion. That's the plan for today. Bit of a run on the treadmill to get a sweat up. I'm going to go and do some weights, and I'm going to finish it off in this apparent boxing studio. I'm going to take the camera, and if I feel confident enough, which I don't at the moment, but if I do, then you might see me throwing a few hooks. So let's go. Look at this place. Look at this absolutely incredible room that I have complete, full 24/7 access to. Oh. So I've done a couple of Ks on the treadmill, an hour's worth of weights, chest and tries. Now I'm up here to have some fun. That's the name of the game. 6 days sober. Let's go.
Now I know what I've been missing. The noise. I'm trying to do this shit silently. It's not the way you do it. Well, what a workout. That's pretty fun too.
Right guys, side quest. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. The garden is almost done, but the batteries have ran out, so they are on charge. We will continue. Side quest. Today's been full of quests. The last time you saw me, I was in the gym, and I tell you what, the feeling, the absolute buzz that I had leaving that gym after that workout was incredible. It's lasted me the entire day, and it is 10 times, 100 times, infinity amount of times better than any buzz I could have ever gotten from alcohol. And that is my message to you this evening. Either way, side quest. Bunk beds. They are my daughter's bunk beds, and my daughters are due back within the next month. There is no exact due date, but it is what it is. They've each got a single bed in their room. This is the spare room. This was taken down. I'm feeling that good. I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. Let's put it together. I've put it together by myself, which hasn't been the easiest, but today is all about overcoming hurdles, overcoming your fears, and whenever I looked in this bedroom and saw this stacked up against the wall, I had a sense of fear. And every single time I looked at it, until today, I was drunk. So nothing was ever going to get done. But today, I've got about 5 more minutes until the rugby league starts. It's the New Zealand Warriors. What a game, what a team, what a place to be from. And so I thought, fuck it, I'll give it my best shot. It looks as if it is together. It's come together. So. How about we try and tip it up, right way up, and I just hope it doesn't come apart. I don't know what the best way to do this is actually. It's going to hit the wall. It's going to hit the roof if I try and do that. Quick maths. I'm thinking this. No, we can always swing it round, so I'm thinking this. No, that's not going to work.
Nick Minute.
This is requiring more brain power than I could have ever imagined. Unless we try going this way. Oh, we might be on something here. Gee whiz. That.
Who has not shied away from some physical contests to start this season, and he also put up without James Fisher Harrison tonight.
Okay.
It's an all-time late contest. The kicking game of Adam Reynolds will be
Yeah.
and Adam Popping in game 100 absolutely levelled on tackle.
The game's on.
Yeah, maybe a tactical blow there for the Warriors to still end that kick a little short.
Yeah. Yeah, don't fail me now. Okay. Step it back. Now I've got a little problem here. The aesthetics of the room will only be complete if this security system is out of the way, because it's ugly. And so the only way that is going to fit underneath the bed is to tip it on its side, which I have done. So now I'm going to try and turn this 90 degrees to the right, and I will show you guys the finished product. Oh man, I'm just having win after win after win. Here we go, all done. The only thing is they've tied some sort of string, playing some sort of game, I assume, and I don't like it. It's ruining the aesthetics. And they're not here to complain about it, so that's coming off. Ah, yes. Okay. Right. Oh man. I knew something was missing. The ladder. I assume that goes something like that, but oh no, we won't worry about that. I'm going to stick that in the cupboard. Worry about that when we get there. Oh, I won't leave the knife there. It's a bit dodgy. But hey, boom, perfect. Look at that. Oh my God, wins everywhere. Wins absolutely everywhere. And another one. Let's open this up. Let's get some extra light in here. Whoops. Oh, how good. How good. And I mean, this just means so much more. All of this stuff, every single thing that I'm doing in this house means so much more because I worked so hard to get it. I worked 2 full-time jobs to convince the bank that I was worth $160,000 a year when really I was only worth half of that. And so we got it done, and what I've just done now is just another step closer to getting the house in its best shape, which is what me staying here is all about. So, okay, right. So as of right now, I got home from the gym, I got my lawnmower, I've used it, it's effective, the battery life is questionable, but it's okay. The only thing that's tripping me up at the moment is the fact that the grass was 8-9 inches long, when normally it's probably gonna not get anywhere over 2.5-3 inches, which is gonna make the job to maintain it so much easier and so much less stressful. And as long as I keep on top of it once a week or so, I'm sure we'll be fine. And with that, I will not need to pay the $100 a month maintenance fee that I was going to be charged and that I was charged for the first 5 months of owning this property. So there you go. I've done my washing, I've cleaned the house, I've done the floors, I've done the kitchen, I've eaten some dinner, which is a chicken breast, beans and onions. And I am feeling so content right now. I couldn't even begin to explain it. So content. To think the way that I was feeling in the video that I actually just published yesterday, which was extremely nerve-wracking, but I was only ever going to publish that video, which is titled, This is where it ends, or else I'm checking myself into rehab. That was me 6 days ago. Desperate, in a hole, vicious cycle of alcohol addiction. But one plus that I had on my side, which I knew was going to play into my favour, was the fact that I was off of weed. So, one of 2 addictions I had sort of moved on from, and so there was only one to go, and that was alcohol. And that video has, in one day, received, I think, 8,000 views, which is amazing for the channel. It's brought in an extra 150 subscribers already, and those type of videos will. It's the totally raw, unedited, honest, vulnerable, that is the word. It's just being totally, completely and utterly vulnerable. And it's the kind of thing that you would admit to a therapist, but not to the world on the platform called YouTube. But that's something I've been willing to do and something I'll continue to do. And I think the only reason why I'm doing it and feeling as comfortable as I am doing it is because this channel is not well, the name of the channel has nothing to do with my personal name, because the last thing I'd want is for my new employer to go to my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, and see exactly where I was, or where I, you know, the only time, maybe if I had like 2 or 3 years sober and I could look back, then I'd have the confidence and I'd have the conviction to share this channel. But for now, it's between you and I, and I'm okay with that, and I know you guys are too. So I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna make another one tomorrow. That'll be day 7. I've got a goal. I'm not gonna go to the gym. I am gonna go for a run, and we're gonna see if we can bang out 10Ks, and we're gonna see if we can bang it out in less than 55 minutes. I'm going to fuel properly this time. I'm going to hydrate properly this time, and I'm gonna have, you know, 6 or 7 days of sobriety from alcohol under my belt. So that's the goal for tomorrow. I'll show you guys the lawn when I'm finished. Just waiting for the batteries to charge. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I've really enjoyed making it. It is 5:42 in the PM. I've had a day off. I've filled it. That's the key. That is the key, and that's something I'll definitely make a specific video on at some point. The key. I mean, I'm just going to show you these edges. Look at these edges. Look at these edges. Look at that. Look at that. But tell me that's not worth money. Tell me a result like that isn't worth some money. I mean, all of this was covered, all of these were covered in weeds and plants, and look, no, it's not perfect yet. It's not perfect yet. But that's because my battery ran out, okay? It's just being a homeowner, you know what I mean, and putting some effort in, and you know, it's nothing beats it. Remove alcohol, and you'll be surprised at what you start to care about. I'll tell you that much. Oh, look, I'm rambling now. I really apologize for that, but that's what you get on this channel. The channel is titled It's Okay to Talk, and it is my channel, so, you know, you've really got no choice. But as always, I appreciate your support. I have just dropped that first video, which was me sitting here in my lounge on Sunday night, and it's Saturday night now. We've got through another day, and it's one day at a time. That's the only way it's going to be. That's the way it's got to be, until you are so far down your sobriety journey that I guess you just don't even think about it. Was I tempted to drink today? That's a good question. There was one moment early in the day, about 8, 9 o'clock, when I was going to Bunnings, and I thought, I sort of put myself briefly back in my mindset last week, which would have told me, okay, go to Bunnings, get what you need, get the garden done, go to the gym, do whatever, and then treat yourself with a drink afterwards. And that thought did come in my mind briefly, but then I realized, well, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. I won't do that. And what that means is that all of these tasks and wins that I've had today mean that much more. And I've filled the day. Not every day is going to be like this, but going to the gym, getting some exercise in, and getting out in the garden, and watching a bit of sport, you know what I mean? Speaking to my parents, speaking to my kids, and remaining sober, that's more than enough for me. And I've got 2 more days off, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed. Once again, thank you for the support. If I can do it, you can too. Even if you just want a tolerance, like a break, even if you just want a break, even if you just want to cut down. I mean, look, you know, this is what happens after a week off. A week off of alcohol, and your whole world changes. It's a complete 180. And I'm not a mute hermit anymore, which is a relief. No one wants to be a mute hermit. You heard it here first. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.